Do Southerners really hate Northerners? What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video.
Yeah. I'm speaking truth from the cell to the streets. Did 24 years, now I'm finally free. H strong standing, no chains on me. Ex-con, ex-gang, but my soul found peace. Taught by the struggle, pain made me wise. I seen homies fall, seen mothers cry. Now I'm here to teach what the system denies. From the darkness I rose, Tupac in my eyes. This channel ain't clout, it's the scars I show. Life lessons in these rhymes so the young ones know. Dubs on the mic, watch the wisdom grow. If you walk through the fire, let your spirit glow.
The other day, there was a guy in the comment section on a live, and he was asking me if I had met any the new term. To me, it's new. Yeah, he was asking me if I knew any upstaters from Salinas, and I told him, yeah, I met some from Salinas, from Frisco, from Stockton, from San Jose, from Santa Rosa, Richmond, pretty much all over Northern California. And then his next question was, did they ever used to talk a lot of shit about the Norte? And so this video is inspired by that question. First thing I want to say is, me personally, I never once, I don't remember one single conversation in on the yard with anyone that talked bad about any other faction outside of the Southerners. Now, in reception, there was a homie from my area. He was from Camarillo. No Northerners were in Wasco. There were Bulldogs with us. There were no Northerners. And this guy, the only one I can think of in the joint, but I don't count it as a joint because it was reception, but we'll run with it, right? And several times he brought up Northerners in a bad way, talking shit and everything, right? And I remember we were laughing at him like, hey, what them vatos do to you? Like, they're not even here, homie. Like, why are you talking about them? And it turns out the Northerners had hit him in Pelican Bay. So it made sense later, right? But I want to say, the kind of person that I am, if I would have been around anybody on the yard and they would have started bad-mouthing any group, Northerners, the blacks, whites, whoever it is, in my eyes, that person wouldn't have been anybody that I want to kick it with in any type of way. I would have immediately been like, man, this was a sucker, man. Like, they're right there. What is stopping all this supposed hatred? And why are you talking to us about them? Now, I want to say that with zero hesitation, Southerners on prison yards in California believe nobody, other than the legends, that nobody is on their level, that nobody can fuck with them, period. Now, there's going to be people that heard that and they're going to stop the video and they're going to go make videos or they're going to make comments. So let me go on. The Northerners believe that outside of their legends, nobody's on their level, nobody can fuck with them. The blacks feel the same way. The whites feel the same. Every group feels the same way. They are them motherfuckers. And so if you really believe that somebody else, another faction, another group is beneath you, why would you waste any energy talking about them? Me personally, my conversations were never about other groups unless there was an issue regarding a specific group. And then if there was an issue, we would sit, we talk about it, and address it. How serious is it? What is it? And then you move on. I would assume every other group does the same thing. But me personally, my conversations, what my motivations were, one, making sure I'm in an environment on that yard where all of the homies are safe. And secondly, that we're able to make money. The safe part doesn't need a lot of conversation. The making money part was where the vast majority of my energy went. Then if I was in places where I had some leadership responsibilities with other people, then that's a whole nother headache. Keeping an eye on other grown men becomes a headache. Deciding the fate of other men becomes a headache. But I wanted to just say that I in no circles that I ever ran around with in prison did we ever waste time talking about another group. Like, I couldn't even imagine having, like, how long could that conversation be? Like, how much can you add to that type of conversation? I have no idea, no clue. I mentally would shut off and shut down if I even hear that. I got to go. Hey, Holmes, all right, Holmes, I'll holler at you. I got to go. And that person would be somebody that from that day on, I would look at as a clown. This Vato, man. This Vato don't talk about making no money. He ain't trying to figure out ways to get business going. What am I going to talk to this Vato about? Gossip about another group? I told the story when I had first hit New Folsom in 1995. Me and a few other homies, youngsters, were sitting down. And one dummy, there was some dirt by us, a little dirt area. And this dummy wrote his neighborhood in there. And an older homie came by. Hey, what's up, Holmes? How you guys doing? And he said, hey, Holmes, what the fuck is that? And the dude next to me goes, well, that's my barrio. And he looked at him and he looked at it. And with his foot, he crossed it out. He said, what you going to do, Holmes? He was like, hey, Holmes, why you do that? He said, nah, what are you going to do? What do you want to do, Holmes? You're gangbanging on this fucking yard. Your barrio don't mean shit here, Holmes. We're on some different shit. You want to gangbang? Me and you get a strap right now and we go down to the bottom of the yard. Let's gangbang. The bottom of the yard was a rival faction. He said, that's how we gangbang here. You know, your barrio don't mean shit. These are the type of dudes I learned from. Not the dude that rode in the fucking dirt, but the dude that checked the vato, that thought his neighborhood meant something, that thought he was going to come to prison and gangbang. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some slugs on the yard and that's a term. I'm not dissing that guy slugs. I don't even, that's what we should call dudes that just hang out on the yard doing nothing, right? I'm sure there was some dudes on the yard that found some like-minded individuals and they could sit around and they could talk shit about all the homies on the yard they didn't like. And that vato from up north, check him out. And hey, look at that vato. I promise you, I didn't do no type of time with those type. We might have been on the same yard. I don't know. But I was the kind of person Back then it was different. Now everybody's out. The ad sags aren't really ad sags no more. Dudes ain't really going to the hole like before. And that's unfortunate because we used to use that as a teaching opportunity. Somebody's walking around like they're the toughest vato on the yard. We need to find out about that. This guy might have good intentions, but he doesn't know how to think right yet. Let's go ahead and ask him if he's willing to do some work for us. Help the pad. Do something for the big homies. Right? And in the meantime, he's going to go to the back, and it's a whole different world back then. When you had group yard, you knew. You get cleared for yard, and you hit that concrete yard, and everybody's waiting to go to the shoe, and their mindset was different. So it gives you an opportunity to shut your mouth, look, and listen. So that's the answer right there. I never met an upstater that ever, at least with me, wasted any time talking about Northerners or any other group. I just didn't hang around with those type of people. And like I said before, anybody, Dubs made another video where the Southerners were the hardest. Let me tell you something, Holmes. I had a celly, and this guy was very, very bitter. And he would talk about other people. We weren't cellies very long. He wasn't talking about other factions. He was hating on other Southerners. And how this vato ain't that sharp, and that vato ain't that sharp. And I told him one day, I said, hey, check this out, Holmes. Is our cell bigger than theirs? He was like, what? I said, man, you wasting a lot of time worrying about these other vatos, and how much smarter you are and how much more gamed up you are. And our cell is the same fucking size as theirs, Holmes. So we all go to the same place, right? You really should holler at them, though. I don't know why you're telling me. You should holler at them. That was the last time he wasted that type of energy in the cell. And then we had to separate because I can't be doing time with vatos like that. Not in my cell. Your cell is your sanctuary in prison. Anyhow, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. And before I go, make sure you check out a little clip from the sponsor. Shout out to Vadio Liquors. If you're in the Turlock area, make sure you stop by. I appreciate you guys, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like. Can we get this video up to 1,000 likes? If you made it this far in the video, hit the like and leave a 1 in the comments. I appreciate you guys.
Where truth hits harder than fiction.